mobility like.
I could imagine that the people out there, they do not only want to travel by train right now, but they also want to see, or if they're only listening to us right now, be able to imagine the map that you have developed. Can you draw us a picture and describe the map?
Sure. So I can show you how we created the map, and then I can show you how the map looks like just the data on the cross-border rail infrastructure. So we can see here, this is a very commonly used software called QGIS. It's a geographic information system. Don't be confused by all this stuff here, just focus on the map itself. So the first step we did was just mapping all the borders of the European countries. So you can see them here. This is the first step. So it's our first layer. Then we analyzed the infrastructure. You can see in these polygons, in these colored areas, these are the border regions we analyzed. So we are just interested in infrastructure within these areas. So let's zoom in the border area between Belgium and France. There you can see all the rail infrastructure in this area. You can see the different ways of infrastructure. For example, you can see abandoned tracks, which are obviously not interesting for us at the moment. We can see subway lines, and you can see, like, if we uncheck it, then you don't see the infrastructure anymore. Yeah. So then we combined all this data. The most important thing is that we have two layers, you know? So we have the infrastructure and we have the borders. And then we merge them together, and with an algorithm, we find the intersections. So every time the infrastructure crosses a country's border, we want to see that. So you get this thing. Every point is where a train crosses a border inside Europe.
Okay, so just to be sure, so everywhere where we have these green points, there's a crossing, and where we haven't this green point, there isn't.
Sometimes you might ask, if you zoom in, there's a lot of infrastructure, but there's just one, the algorithm just found one intersection. And that is because, in fact, there is just one intersection. Yeah. So you can see a lot of infrastructure there, but nothing actually crosses the border. Mm-hmm. You see lines that go along the border. There's an interrupted, probably a missing link, but in the end, it's just one connection. Yeah, this is a very, very common picture in the European Union, unfortunately.